Good morning, students. Welcome to the online classes of City Women's College. And today, here in this video, we will understand and learn about chapter number 8, 9, and 10. कल हमने इस नॉवल में चैप्टर 6 और 7 के बारे में पढ़ा था, ठीक है? And today we will move forward toward the next three chapters, that is 8, 9, and 10. So we have our first chapter over here, the storm. Now let me recall you what happened in the previous chapter. So yesterday what we learned was that Bathsheba for the very first time met Sergeant Troy, and Sergeant Troy instantly fell in love with Bathsheba, and he tried to persuade hard so that she could get convinced to marry him. Okay, and we saw the different ways in which Sergeant Troy was trying to woo her. Okay, and we also saw that how Bathsheba refused Boldwood, that she is not going to marry him. And now when Boldwood came to know about this, he was very much angry, very much infuriated, and he told Bathsheba that I know that this is all happening because of Sergeant Troy, and I won't leave him. Okay, and at the end of the chapter 7, we saw that Bathsheba was very much worried, and since she was very confused, so she decided that she will go and meet Sergeant Troy, and she will tell him that she does not love him, so that everyone can be very much happy and safe. Now here chapter number 8 is about the storm. Let us see what it is about. Now Bathsheba, when since she was very much very feared and very scared, so she decided to go and meet Sergeant Troy, and she went out the way in a very secret way. बहुत ही secretly वो वहाँ से अपने farm से निकली, so that no one could knew कि वो कहाँ पे गई है, and she stayed in the city for almost 2 weeks. Okay, and when before she came, the news came to the Weatherbury that Sergeant Troy and Bathsheba were courting. They were going to get married. Now Gabriel Oak was very much sad, not because Bathsheba was getting married, because she was getting married to Sergeant Troy, who was not at all good for Bathsheba, and he knew this. But what can he do? He had already warned Bathsheba, but she did not listen to him. Now, what happened that when Bathsheba arrived at Weatherbury, okay, and Mr. Boldwood came to the farmhouse, but she denied to meet him. She said that she won't be able to meet him. Okay, now Boldwood waited for few moments, but then when he decided to go back, what he saw that Troy was coming, and when he saw Troy, he went there and he asked him that Sergeant Troy, I'm William Boldwood. Oh yes, now Troy knew about Boldwood and how much he liked Bathsheba, so he said that yes, I know you, and Boldwood said that I want to speak to you. Now what happened that Troy looked that Boldwood was carrying a big stick, so he knew that he shouldn't get caught into any sort of trouble or any sort of argument with him, because he is very much angry and he can do anything. So very politely he was talking to Mr. Boldwood, and there was this conversation between Boldwood and Troy where we can see the true picture of Sergeant Troy. Now Boldwood told him that you can't marry Bathsheba because he is very much, she is too good for you, वो तुम्हारे लिए बहुत ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा अच्छी है, and you cannot marry her. Okay, but Sergeant Troy had something else in his mind. He told Boldwood that Bathsheba loves him, and he also told him that I do not wanted to marry her, but now I don't have any choice. And when Boldwood listened to this, he offered him money. He said that just take this money, and you can live your life. And is there anyone else you want to get married to? Because we heard rumors about you and some young women. So he said that yes, it was Fanny Robin. Now everyone knew about Fanny Robin and Sergeant Troy. So what happened that Boldwood said that you should marry Fanny Robin. Okay, she really needs you, and I will bear up all the expenses of your wedding. I will give you the money, but you just leave Bathsheba. आप Bathsheba को छोड़ दो. This is how he was trying to convince him. Now Sergeant Troy said that okay, fine, I'll take the money, but you see, I can't do anything because Bathsheba is too much in love with me and I have to marry him. Now Boldwood was very much aware that Troy is playing games over here. He played the same game with Fanny Robin, and now he's playing the same game with Bathsheba, and both of the women were not able to understand the true picture or the true character of Sergeant Troy. Okay, now what happened that there came Bathsheba, and Bolwood saw that how sweetly and lovingly they both were talking. So he knew that it was of no use to make Bathsheba understand anything. But since he knew that Troy was not at all good for her, he tried his hard to make ensure that Sergeant Troy do not marries Bathsheba. Okay, now we see that here in the last of this page you can see that Sergeant Troy asked Bathsheba to get to pack all her stuff and to come with her. Okay, and Bathsheba agreed to this. She went inside the house and she started packing the things, and Troy told Boldwood that, see, I can't marry both of them. I cannot marry Fanny Robin and Bathsheba at once, even though I love both of them. But yes, I perhaps I will marry Fanny. I like her the best, and you promise to pay me. But he said, ki, okay, I'll marry Fanny Robin because not only I like her, but you also promise to pay me the money. Okay. Now, when Boldwood saw the real face of Sergeant Troy, he was very much affected, and he told Sergeant Troy that I'll kill you. And Troy warned him that if you will kill me, you will only hurt the women you love the most because she loves me, and in her eyes, you will always be the culprit. So it's no use of killing me. Okay, and then he went away from there, and in the same night we see another picture. What we see is that since Troy and Bathsheba were now together, the control of the farm was also in the hands of Sergeant Troy. So he decided that today we will celebrate. So he ordered lots and lots of drink for everyone, and he told all the men that today is the night where we will celebrate and we will only drink and enjoy. Bathsheba tried to stop him because everyone has already drank a lot, but Sergeant Troy said that let's do one thing, make sure that all the women's are now in their house, जितनी भी women's हैं उन्हें वापस भेज देते हैं, and let us all men celebrate together. Okay, now what happened at the same time, there was the night was getting very much stormy, एक तूफान आने के आसार दिख रहे थे. So when Gabriel Oak tried to tell Sergeant Troy that we need to do some preparations before the storm comes. So he Sergeant Troy denied this, and he said that no such storm is going to come and we don't need to do any preparation, everything is safe. Okay, but Gabriel knew that no, nothing was safe. He knew that the storm will come tonight, and if they did not protected their farm, they will lost everything. Okay, so he did not join the celebration unlike all the other men, and he knew that he is not going to get any help today because everyone was very much engrossed in alcohol and enjoyment that no one was in the condition of helping them. Okay, now as expected Gabriel Oak जो भी उसने मतलब ऐसा सोचा था कि भाई storm आएगा, and actually that happened, the storm came, and he was already in the work mode. He was trying to cover the farmhouse, the open parts of the farmhouse, and when he was doing so, Bathsheba came and she asked who's there, and Gabriel Oak replied that I am Gabriel Oak, ma'am, and I am up on the rick. I am making a straw cover. He was trying to cover the roof so that the water or the storm does not affect the wheat and everything that was stored in the farm. Okay, so Gabriel said that I was worried about the ricks, and is my husband okay? Gabriel sorry, Bathsheba asked Gabriel that is my husband with you? I was worried about the ricks. So he said that no, he's asleep with all the other people in the barn. Now Bathsheba for a moment felt very bad, but then she said that, do you need my help? क्या मैं तुम्हारी help कर सकती हूँ? Now both Gabriel and Bathsheba started helping each other so that they can protect their farm. Okay, and after working hard, Gabriel Oak told Bathsheba that now she can go and she can take rest. He will manage everything by himself from here. And रात से सुबह हो गई, and Bathsheba went, but Gabriel Oak was there, who was very much trying hard ताकि वो अपने उस फार्म को बचा सके, बिकॉज अकॉर्डिंग टू हिम दिस बिलोंग्स टू हिम ऑल्सो, सिंस ये वो फार्म हाउस है जिसने उसे एक नया लाइफ दी है, एक नई लाइफ दी है. सो ही वॉज वेरी मच अकाउंटेबल टू सेव दैट फार्म. ओके, so he worked very hard and tried to protect that farm, and it was morning now, subah ho chuki thi, and he was very much happy and he was feeling proud that he was able to save the farm. Now what happened that he was going, he saw that all the men were coming out of the, yes, so he saw all the men coming out of the barn, and he also noticed that no one was paying attention to the risks or the storms that came last night. Everyone was in their own tone. And then he saw Farmer Boldwood, so he very quickly immediately reached to him and he asked that, did you cover your ricks before the storm, sir? Now Boldwood said that, oh, I completely forgot about the ricks. Now Gabriel Oak knew that if he hasn't covered the ricks, which means that he must have lost a lot of his wheat and a lot of his stuff would have been destroyed. बहुत कुछ नुकसान हो गया होगा फार्मर बोल्डवुड का. But what he noticed, what Gabriel Oak noticed was that Farmer Boldwood was not in the mood of paying attention. Like he wasn't interesting about the loss. He was not only sad, he was very much destroyed. And Boldwood told him that Miss Everdeen never promised me anything. Now Boldwood was so much in sadness, he was so much engrossed in the loss of Bathsheba, that he told Gabriel Oak that, you know, Bathsheba never promised me to marry me. It was me who perpetuated all this idea in my mind. And now she is going to get married to Sergeant Troy, and people will laugh at me. You see, I have lost everything. Okay? So, for the very first time, Gabriel Oak saw that Boldwood is not only sad, he was broken now. He was broken from inside out because he wasn't able to grasp and accept all the things which were happening, especially related to Bathsheba. Okay, next, ninth chapter, that is the lock of hair. Now what happened, Bathsheba and her husband, that is Sergeant Troy, they were going somewhere in their carriage, and when they were on their way, they met a woman. There was this woman very much weak in nature. Okay, and that woman stopped that woman stopped the carriage of Bathsheba and Frank, and then she asked them that, do you know what time the Casterbridge workhouse closes? Now Sergeant Troy has heard that voice, so he, you know, just turned away. Now women also knew that she was talking to. Now when she started going away, Sergeant Troy asked Bathsheba to go ahead and he will join her later. The Sergeant Troy reached to that woman, and he noticed it rightly that it was none other than Fanny Robin. And he asked her that, what is she doing here and how has she been? Now Fanny Robin was very much sad, and she told that, you see, I was living here and there, and I was searching for you, and please come back. Okay, all these things were being going on between Sergeant Troy and Fanny Robbins. Now Bathsheba, on the other hand, was standing little bit far from both of them. She was able to see that they both are having conversation, and it was very much clear that Sergeant Troy knew Fanny Robbins. Basically, he knew that women. अभी तक बातशीबा को नहीं पता था कि the women he is talking to is Fanny Robbins. Okay. Now, what happened that Sergeant Troy gave the money which he had with himself and which he had taken from Bathsheba, and he told Fanny Robin to wait, to stay at the Casterbridge workhouse tonight, and he will meet her on Monday morning, and they can go on the Grace Bridge. He will meet on Grace Bridge. Okay. Now what happened that there is one thing which we also got to know, that Sergeant Troy was in the habit of playing gambling. Okay, he was now in the habit of gambling. So this was something which was very much upsetting for Bathsheba, because he has lost a lot of his money, their money, in gambling. Okay, so Bathsheba did not used to trust Sergeant Troy with the money, but this time what Sergeant Troy did is that he gave all his money to Fanny Robin, and he asked her to wait, and on Monday morning he asked her to meet him on Grace Bridge. Now, what happened that when Bathsheba asked Sergeant Troy that, did you know that women? He said yes. But Sergeant Troy denied to tell the name of Fanny Robbins to Bathsheba. Now, we saw that there was this disturbance which was very much clearly visible in the relationship of Sergeant Troy and Bathsheba. They did not talk to each other. Then what happened that on Sunday evening, Troy went to Bathsheba and he asked him that, can you give me 20 pounds? Now Bathsheba said that you will again use that money in horse racing or in gambling To which Troy replied that no, this time I need money for myself. I am not going to use it for gambling or anything else. And he said that you ask too much questions, give me the money. Now Bathsheba, without discussing anything further, she simply gave him 20 pounds. Okay. And what happened that when Sergeant Troy was taking the money, he was doing something with his watch, and when he opened his watch, at the back of the watch there was this block of hairs. ठीक है, कुछ hair के pieces रखे थे, and it was actually blonde color. They were of blonde color. Okay. Now when Bathsheba saw those hairs, she very quickly asked the Troy that whose hair are they, किसके बाल है ये. तो तुरंत जो है वो फ्रांसिस ट्रॉय ने बादशीबा को बोला दैट इट इज़ योर्स, दीज आर योर हेयर्स. टू विच बादशीबा रिप्लाइड कि नो, दे आर नॉट माई हेयर आर ऑफ डार्क कलर, दे आर ब्लैक, इट्स blonde hair. So now Sergeant Troy knew that it's no use of hiding anything, so he said that all right, I'll tell you the truth. These hair belongs to the women whom I was going to marry before I met you. Now what's her name? Again Bathsheba asked him that what is the name of that woman. Now again Sergeant Troy said that I can't tell you. Bathsheba asked him that is that woman married. He said no. Is she alive? Yes. Is she pretty? Yes. Now Bathsheba was very much, jealous of the fact that Troy has someone else in his life, and she wasn't able to bear the fact that he can love anyone else more than her, because she considered herself beautiful and she thought that no one else could be as beautiful as she is. Now, Bathsheba somehow assumed that since Troy knew the women, and उसको ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा था कि अचानक से ये सब कहाँ से वो women की बात आ गई. So she said that don't tell me that she's the same woman you met on the bridge that day. Okay. To which Sergeant Troy said that yes, she was the same woman. Now Bathsheba was very much sad, and she was very much destroyed, and she was hating herself, and she was thinking that she loved a man whom she cannot trust at all. Okay. Now next morning what happened, and when Bathsheba woke up early, she saw that outside her farm Gabriel Oak was talking to Boldwood, and they were having a very serious conversation. Now Joe Poorgrass, who was the farm worker of Bathsheba, he came, and when Bathsheba asked him that what happened, he told Bathsheba that actually Fanny Robbins' body has been found in the Casterbridge workhouse. She's found dead. Now this was a very much shock to Bathsheba, so she told Joe Poorgrass that take my carriage with you, and decorate the carriage with some flowers and bring her body, because she was my responsibility, she was my maid, so I will make arrangements for her body to be collected. Okay. And Joe Poorgrass accepted. Joe Poorgrass accepted the order, and he went, and he did as Bathsheba had asked him to do. Now what happened that Bathsheba started asking questions to Joe, and she asked him that how long had Fanny lived in the workhouse. Now, Joe replied to him that it was only 1 or 2 days. She arrived there on Sunday morning after walking from Milchester. Now, Bathsheba's face became pale. She was having some thoughts, and she again asked question that did she came along the road from Weatherbury last Saturday night. And Joe said that yes, she came from the same bridge. Now somehow Bathsheba was able to connect all the links and all the points. Now he said that okay, fine, you go and collect her body. And yes, before she went, Bathsheba went to Liddy, and she asked Liddy that tell me that what was the color of Fanny's hair. Now Liddy told Bathsheba that it was blonde, it was a beautiful golden color. Now Bathsheba again asked Liddy that was she courting any soldier. Yes, Mr. Troy knew him. Now Liddy told him that Mr. Troy knew the soldier, and he also said that there was a quite resemblance between him and that soldier Fanny was dating. Now Bathsheba stopped Liddy from further any explanation, and she now very clearly knew that it was Fanny Robin whom Troy loved and whom he was going to marry. Okay, now what happened that Joe Poorgrass on the other hand went to collect the body of Fanny Robin, but on his way back he stopped at an inn and he started drinking with other members of the farm. When Gabriel Oaks saw, he knew that now these men won't be able to do the work, so he decided to take the body of Fanny Robbins with him, and he drove the wagon rest of the way to the Weatherbury. And when he arrived at the church, it was already late, it was night, and since the body couldn't be buried at night, so Bathsheba asked her coffin to be kept in the farm, and she said that Fanny would be buried in the next morning. Now there was one thing which was quite noticeable. Gabriel Oak, when he saw the coffin, there was something written on the coffin, and the coffin states Fanny Robin and child. Now Gabriel Oak very quickly removed the words and child, and then he quietly left the house. Okay, now we have the chapter 10th over here, where we will see that how Sergeant Troy will confess everything he had for Fanny Robbins to Bathsheba. Okay, now Bathsheba and Liddy were going to their beds. Okay, and Liddy told Bathsheba that people are talking about Fanny, and they said that she also had a baby. Now when Bathsheba got to know about this, she was very much afraid, and her body started begin to tremble, and she went to Fanny's coffin, and she actually saw, when she opened the coffin, she saw that there was a small baby lying beside the body of the Fanny Robin. Now Bathsheba, she was very much upset, she was very much scared when she saw all that thing. And what happened that suddenly Troy came, and when Troy entered, he said that whose coffin is that, whose dead body is there inside it. And when he reached there and he saw the body of Fanny Robin, he also was very much shocked and very bewildered with this fact. Now what happened when Troy saw Fanny Robbins' body, and the child of Fanny Robbins, he immediately kissed the forehead of Fanny Robin and the child. Now, when Bathsheba saw, she asked Troy, she actually told him that you cannot kiss them, you should kiss me. I am your wife, I am the one you loved. She is nothing to you. But Troy, this time, he wasn't in the mood of listening anything, and he cried on Bathsheba that no, you mean nothing to me, you are nothing to me. Fanny Robin was everything to me, I should have married to him, and you are nothing to me, तुम मेरे लिए कुछ भी नहीं हो. This is the woman I should have married, this is the woman who should be my wife, and this is the woman I love. Okay, now Bathsheba ran out of the house, and she did not came back that night. Okay, she returned next morning after Fanny's coffin was taken to the church. Now she asked Liddy that, is my husband home, is Sergeant Troy there at home? So Liddy said that no ma'am, he left early this morning. Now what happened that night, Troy stayed in that room, and he was very much impatient, very much anxious to for the next morning, because he also wanted to go now. And what happened, we only got a little bit of resemblance, because अभी यहाँ पे ये reveal नहीं हुआ है कि what actually happened between Sergeant Troy and Fanny Robin, okay, when they met. But yes, what we got to know was that this time also Troy was waiting for Fanny on Grace Bridge, and he waited for an hour, but Fanny did not came. So he decided to go, and he said that I won't wait for her any longer. Now, before he was leaving the town, he went to the church where Fanny Robbins' grave was there, and he ordered a, he ordered a stone in which he wrote, the stone was put here by Frank Troy in loving memory of Fanny Robin. He ordered that stone, and he ordered that stone to be put on the grave of Fanny Robin. After then, Troy did not came back to home. On the other hand, Bathsheba was asking questions to people that did her husband came back home, but there was no answer to that question. Now, on the other hand, what we saw that there was this ocean, there was this river, actually not ocean. So Troy decided to do swimming. Okay, so he removed his clothes and he went on to the swimming. But what he did not notice that he was now on the mid of that river, and that was a dangerous part of the river, because a lot of people got drowned into it. Now what happened, he also started drowning into it when when a couple of sailors saw him and saved his life. But what happened that people misunderstood something, because he did not return to his home. So Bathsheba got this news that her husband has been drowned to death in that river, and her and his clothes and his watch has been found on the side or on the bank of that river. Now Bathsheba was very much devastated with the fact that her husband is no longer okay, and she wasn't believing this fact. She wasn't unable to believe the fact that her husband is no more. She also told Liddy that if her husband wouldn't be alive, she would have this feeling, but she thinks that her husband is alive. Okay, but at the end of this chapter, what we saw that Bathsheba was trying to convince herself, and she was trying to say that Frank belongs to Fanny and Fanny belongs to Frank, and I was nothing for neither of them. मैं उन दोनों के लिए कुछ भी matter नहीं करती थी, and since she was having the watch of Sergeant Troy, she had the lock of Fanny's hair in her hand. So she was thinking that shall I burn this? क्या मैं इसे जला दूँ? But then she thought that no, I should keep it in the memory of Fanny Robbins. Okay, so here in these three chapters we saw the whole scenario and the whole relationship Troy shared with Bathsheba and with Fanny Robbins. And we actually saw that he played with the lives of both the women. And Bathsheba, when she came to know about the whole truth, she was very much devastated. On the other hand, Boldwood was also broken with the fact that Bathsheba is married to Sergeant Troy. Okay, and we got to see the true colors of Sergeant Troy, how he was, and how the whole truth impacted Bathsheba also. And now what will happen in the story next, how the consequences of Fanny Robbins' death will be open to everyone, and the news that actually Sergeant Troy was alive, how that is going to come in front of everyone, that we need to find out in the next video. Okay, so till then we will stop right here, and the next of the remaining chapters we will cover in the next video. Thank you, class.